Okay, people, I'm back, and I'm just here to do a quick update on the disappearance, kidnapping, missing Nancy Guthrie. Okay, Guthrie, and the ransom hasn't been paid. The deadline is passed, and there is no Nancy. Okay, so I am going to do some cards. I'm just going to do two decks here. And right now, I just want to ask what the current energy is, okay? And I'm going to use my Astro Matrix Tarot, okay? And see what the energy is around this whole situation. I personally think that the police did not handle, or the FBI did not handle the case the way I'm used to seeing these cases handled. There didn't seem to come out with any the authority. This is in my opinion, okay? Everything's alleged, everything's for your entertainment, okay, purposes. This will be my interpretations of the cards, okay? That's all, okay? My intuition kicking in with the cards. But I just feel that there was the command, the authority wasn't there. You know, all this speculation, okay, and all these different messages, and then leaving the house, going back, okay, and all that. Yeah, I don't. Oh. See, now they done delayed my Walmart package. They just don't want to send it. I have some tarot cards, some blank cards printed. Okay, they make the cards, so I have some blank ones, and I chose the cover, and I'll do the fill-ins myself. But apparently they're sending me that they have delayed it. Okay, so that's my opinion as far as the case. What can you tell us about the current energy around Nancy Guthrie, 84-year-old missing woman from Arizona, okay? There was a kidnap letter. The deadline was today, I believe at 5 o'clock. There was no ransom paid. The woman she hasn't appeared. She's still missing. I don't know about any word from the kidnappers, but I mean, I would think by now, whether it's a hoax or not, I would just give it up, okay? You're not getting any money, okay? And obviously, Nancy's nowhere to be found. So what do you want us to know? What can you tell us about the energy surrounding Nancy and her perpetrators? What's going on? What can you tell us? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. Yes. This is just so unfortunate. Just so sad. Okay. Now I know everybody they were talking about, they were looking in the what looked like a manhole, or it could have been a well in the backyard. Okay. I believe that was just to look for evidence. Okay. Because if there was a body there, they would have known that. We would have found Nancy a long time ago, okay? You see what I'm saying? They would have found her because the smell. So I think they went back there looking to see if there was any evidence, anything hidden, okay? Or maybe if she was alive, okay? So what's this energy? Nancy Guthrie, still missing. Ransom not paid. What is going on? Okay, at the bottom of this reading, we have the High Priestess. Okay, the High Priestess. There's some secrets. Okay? The High Priestess. They may know something and they're not saying, okay? But it's the High Priestess. And Yeah. And she looks like she's just sitting there. What is she sitting on? Oh, on the moon? Okay. No shoes on her feet. Just waiting to tell what she knows. Queen of Pentacles. Queen Money. Okay. Look like she's got her eye on the prize there, so to speak. Okay. Yeah. Material wealth. Mm-hmm. Eight of Swords. Okay. So the energy right now is Queen Money, okay, or the money is tied up, okay, so to speak, because they didn't get it, okay. It's nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be found. Everybody's standing around waiting, okay. But we got the bird. We got the bird on the fence, so to speak, okay? Waiting. He got something to say. I bet you. Mm-hmm. Four Cups. Oh, they're pissed. They're pissed. They're pissed. They don't like, okay, there's no offer. They don't like it. She's sitting there with her arms crossed, pissed. Death in reverse. That's the end. Okay? That's the end. It's as far as the money, you're not getting no money. No money. And there may be no more ransom notes as well. Death in reverse. That means there's no rebirth. There's no, okay? We have the Knight of Swords in reverse, okay? So next to death. So this right here is corruption, lies. Okay? There's some masculine energy. He's pissed. He's you know what I get the feeling? He's like, I'm done. I'm over it. I'm over it. Yeah. And we have the Star. And that's going over Queen Money. So it's like she's got the stars or the snow, whatever, okay, the light coming out one jug, and the other jug is just pouring out. So it's like, kind of like a pinnacle, okay? Yeah, they had their eyes on the money, and they had all these bright ideas. See, that's coming out. Those are the ideas coming out, and now it's all for naught. It's just going down the drain with the water. The World. Okay. So a cycle has been completed. And it's funny because the cycle that's been completed, okay, could also be considered the deadline for the ransom. It's done. It's over. Okay. It's over. We have the Queen of Cups. Okay. It's funny because we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. Okay. And the Queen of Cups, feminine emotions, is going right over here on the Four Cups. Not liking what's being offered, not liking what's going on. Okay. She not liking what's going on. We also have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. This is going over the devil. Okay. And so I would take this because this could be new beginnings, okay? But since it's going over the devil, I'm going to take it as greed, okay? And the devil's in reverse, the end, okay? So the greed is over because they're not getting the money. You see what I'm saying? Okay. That's the energy that's going on here. Let's continue. Okay. Yeah. We have the Ten of Wands. Okay, the Ten of Wands is going over the King of Swords in reverse. Okay, the one I told you who's pissed. Okay, now the burden is on him. Okay, so that kind of tells me that there's masculine energy that was ringleading. Okay, or that had the most hope in looking forward to that money, okay, so that he could, whatever he needed that money for, if he needed to pay a debt, okay. But now that the ransom hasn't been paid, that load is right back. It's back. Well, it never left, but I'm just saying, okay. Seven of Pentacles. Reaping what you sow. Okay. So this lady is walking through this garden of money or investments, okay? And she's looking at her investments. So that could be like a Savannah situation because she didn't give up the ransom. So now, you know, she looking at her money. We have the Three of Wands, okay, in reverse. Waiting for one ship to come in, but it's not coming in, okay? There is a delay. There is a change in plans. We have the Fool. Okay, going over the Queen of Cups. And we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, that's like laziness, okay, working on something, okay, but whatever they were working on, which is probably the money, they're no longer working on it. So I'm taking, this is my energy, it's giving me the intuition that it's a wrap as far as the ransom, okay. We still have the missing Nancy, okay. King of Cups. We have some King of Cups, young, immature. It's going over the burden. So there's a burden. There's two gentlemen here. I'm looking at a king and a king, okay? That could mean two people, or that could mean maybe one in the same, okay? He's got a load on his mind, okay? He's pissed. He's, the waters are ruffling. He's got this burden, okay? So I take it as two gentlemen, and we have the Five of Cups in reverse, okay? So there is regret. Missed opportunities, okay? Probably letting go. There's cups. I noticed that there's pentacles and cups in this situation. So it's an emotional situation and it's a monetary situation. Is in they're pissed they didn't get the money. Five of Cups in reverse. Yeah, letting go. Disappointed. And that's funny how it's going over the Seven of Pentacles. Reap what you sow. Okay. So what? Yeah. Eight of Cups. Okay. They walking away. Walking away for what no longer serves you. Okay. Walking away. They're not going to keep going back and forth. They did it. They went as far as they could go, and they're going to walk away from it. The Chariot. They on the run. They're on the run. Yep. Disappointed. So he's going to walk away. He's going to hop in the car, hop on the plane, whatever he's going to do. Okay. But they're out of there. Okay. But not so fast, my little chickadee. Because we have justice coming in. We have justice coming in. The Seven of Cups. Okay. Seven of Cups. Now, the Seven of Cups could represent offers, okay? And there's 7 offers going here, okay? In each cup, there's something different in each cup, okay? Maybe they're going to run and they think they're going to escape justice, but they're delusional, okay? And so, yeah, they're delusional because you got 7 options, like I said, right? However, you can run, but you can't hide. So whatever option you choose, you still gonna get caught. Oh, but we got the Magician. Oh. So they have an escape plan. They still got some more tricks up their sleeve. Look at the Magician. Wait, hold up, hold up. Not so fast. The Devil. And the Moon. Wow. The sun is going to shine a light on it. Okay? The sun is justice. So, And then we have the Knight of Swords. So we got some news, some truth. Okay? And he's coming in toward the sun. Okay? Now, my intuition is telling me that This is more of the energy coming out of the perpetrators, okay? And the disappointment that they didn't get the ransom, okay? They're ready to give it up. They're pissed. They're ready to run, okay? Maybe they got some tricks up their sleeve. There's another plan, okay? But I also get this feeling that because the money was not paid, okay? Because the money was not paid, that whatever plans the perpetrators may have had, they can't go through with the plans because they don't have the money. See, the Bitcoins that they were looking forward to getting, I guess you could cash them out. I don't know how Bitcoin works. It's just imaginary money to me, okay? But that they could have made into real money, however that works. But what I'm saying is, you can't turn nothing into something. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. They have nothing. So they don't have no money to do anything with, because that was the whole purpose of doing the ransom, is to get some money. So they're not going to be able to get away with whatever they're getting away with. And because of that, their hand is going to be shown. Okay? Their hand is going to be shown. It's going to be a light. The sun is going to shine on their hand. It's going to shine real bright, because now, okay, that they've got the attention of law enforcement, that whatever it is they were going through, we'll be able to see it. Okay? We'll be able to see it. And I say that because I still think it's their inner circle, okay? And the people that they were looking at or didn't mention, okay, they will still be looking at them, because they're looking for something now that they didn't get the money. You see what I'm saying? It's not over. You didn't get the money, so now what? There's got to be another course of action, and they're going to be following everybody involved. What can you tell us about Nancy? Okay, can you give us any information on Nancy's whereabouts? Okay, what do you want us to know? Nancy Guthrie, 84-year-old woman. She's been missing. Okay, what is the energy with Nancy right now as we speak? What's going on with Nancy? What do you want us to know, or what can you tell us about Nancy Guthrie? And thank you for your answers. Nancy. Can you give us any information on Nancy? The Two of Pentacles. Okay, so the Two of Pentacles is upright. So there's some balance. The Two of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, it talks about choices, partnerships. It talks about balance. Okay. Let me, Two of Pentacles. Let's see. On, it doesn't really say too much, so we're going to go with the balance. Okay? She's got the water, and there's a boat behind her. But she's not focused on that. Okay. She's not focused on that. This lady seems to be focused on these two pentacles here. Or maybe one of the pentacles. Let's check out the first card. Eight of Cups. Maybe, okay, Nancy has regrets. But this is funny because these cups are standing up. All 8 of them. Maybe she's having some regrets because she was not found. 8 of Cups. She was not found. She's moving on. She's moving on. Now, if that's the case, I would take that in the spiritual realm because I honestly feel that the lady has passed. But maybe if that's the way she really feels, okay, maybe she's walking away. She was staying around because she wanted to make sure they didn't get that money. Some people are like that. Well, I mean, if she's already deceased, okay, don't pay them nothing. Don't you give them nothing. But there's the Magician. Somebody got some tricks up their sleeve. There's some manipulation going on here. Judgment. King of Pentacles. There go King Money. Eight of Swords. Right next to King Money. King Money. He's got Judgment and the Eight of Swords on both sides of him. And he's looking at the Eight of Swords. So, Nancy in her own way may have had a hand in him not getting that money. He's caught up. He's tied up. He can't see the forest for the trees right now. Okay. Look at that. He ain't even looking at the money. He's looking like, I'll be damned. Yep. That's what it's looking like to me. Let's see. The Devil. The Six of Wands, y'all. This is the Six of Wands. This Six of Wands has been coming up in reverse. And I've been telling you, shame, okay? Dishonor. Now, we get the Six of Wands coming up right. Victory. And it's going over the Magician. Strength is in reverse. Strength is going over Judgment. The Knight of Wands. He's coming in with some action, okay? This is going over the King of Pentacles. We have some bad news coming in with the Eight of Wands in reverse. Some action is coming in, and it's not going to be good. We have Justice. Now, Justice is going over the Devil, okay? It's interesting, these cards, how they're coming out. We have the Knight of Swords. Oh, he's not playing. Oh, he's coming in to Justice. It's going to be swift. Here we go with that Fool again. Okay? That risky behavior. Not paying attention. Temperance in reverse. Okay? Impatient. Wheel of Fortune. There's that karma. What goes around comes around. And we have the Four of Wands in reverse. Okay? So there's some type of celebration that has been postponed, has been delayed. There's an obstacle here. Something's going on. Something's going on. There's secrets. There's secret. See, the moon did the secrets. There's secret. I'm gonna tell you what I've honestly been kind of side-eyeing, okay? And I'm gonna tell you now. No disrespect, okay? But I've been kind of side-eyeing Nancy. Well, actually, I've been side-eyeing the whole family. But because all this stuff, and I keep getting the moon, okay? I keep getting secrets. Page of Wands in reverse. So there's more action, okay? There's going to be delays. There's disappointment. The Four of Swords, in reverse. This is kind of, some people call it a minor death card, okay? The Three of Pentacles. Oh, okay. We got some teamwork. Usually it's in reverse. We got some teamwork. So they are definitely working on it. And they're looking at something. We have the Five of Cups in reverse with Nancy, okay, and regret. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse going under the moon. Now this right here, this Queen of Wands, she's not a good lady when she's in reverse. She's not good, the Queen of Wands. And she's the one that's going right there under the moon or over the moon. Manipulation, jealousy, and dishonesty. The Page of Swords, Chatty Patty. She gonna tell it. Oh, and she's swinging at the Queen of Wands, honey. Okay. Oh, my goodness. and the hermit. Okay? He's shining a light, but you know, he's looking. Oh. And this is going this way toward the Queen of Wands. I think the sister, one of the girls, they're looking at him. They're looking at one of those sisters. I don't know what they know, but I get the feeling, okay, even though I'm asking about the mama, I'm getting the feeling because they looking, and he got the spotlight. He out in the cold, the hermit, out in the cold with the flashlight. He's looking, okay? He's looking. This ain't no retrospect. He's looking, okay? And he's looking at Chatty Patty. And Chatty Patty got the knife, the sword, and she ready to chop off the Queen of Wands' head. Something going on. The Ten of Wands in reverse. There's some type of betrayal. I'm going to do one more row. There's some type of betrayal. Something is going on in this family, y'all. They don't seem too kosher. I don't know if I'm a can of paint, but the Hierophant, okay? The Hierophant. The Hierophant could be the government, institutions, okay? The Two of Wands in reverse. Okay? The Two of Wands talks about making plans, okay? But they have been thwarted. And the Two of Wands is going over the Queen of Wands in reverse, okay? So her plans have been stalled. She's been making some plans. She may not, nobody may not be aware of it, but she's got some plans, and she's got a delay and pretty much an obstacle because she can't go now. We have the Ten of Cups. Now the Ten of Cups, happy family, is going over the Page of Swords. I told you, Chatty Patty, who's going to tell all the business, okay, and she's ready to knock off the Queen of Wands' head. We got the Six of Pentacles, okay, in reverse. That represents either greed or stinginess, okay? Greed or stinginess. Maybe even hoarding, okay? With the Six of Pentacles in reverse. But it's going over the Hermit. It's going over the Hermit who's got the flashlight, who's looking. We got the Six of Swords in reverse. Not being able to move forward. Not being able to go nowhere. Okay? Not being able to go nowhere. Now, for some reason, well, it happens a lot, okay, where I do a reading on, like, Nancy, and it turns out something else, okay, because I don't know, but I still think something, let's do a real quick one on Nancy, okay, real quick with the stars lighting up the night tarot. We're going to do something real quick, okay? Just pull a few cards about Nancy. Can you tell us what type of person about Nancy? What was Nancy's energy? What is her energy? What was her energy? What kind of person is Nancy Guthrie? 84 years old, okay? She got skeletons in her closet. What kind? Was she a good lady? Okay. You know, everybody, when they gonna talk about their mama and their loved ones, you know how when the loved ones, okay, little bad kids get shot in the streets, and oh, he was so good, he would never hurt anyone. Okay, so let's be real. Let's be real. Let's keep it real. That's what I like to do. Okay. Woo, I caught myself that time, even though I said it, but I heard myself saying okay again. But I'm on the road. The magician in reverse. The magician in reverse. That's a risk taker. The magician in reverse. Oh, I'm trying to look. I'm missing the magician. Oh, there he is, right there. Duh. Manipulation. Deceit. Somebody who's got bad intentions. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody that's greedy. That's greed. Knight of Cups. Emotional. Let's see, Knight of Cups. That's masculine energy, but jealousy, deceit, disappointment. Okay. Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. Somebody who's really good at their craft. Okay. So this person, okay, is good at manipulating. Good at manipulating. Okay. Five of Cups. Woo! Okay. And somebody who's content at being that way. The Hermit. Okay. Somebody who likes to be alone. Okay. What do you call it? A loner. Antisocial. Oh. Here we go with the heart problems. The Three of Swords in reverse. Okay. The Hierophant. I don't know if she worked for the government or had something to do with the government. Okay. Seven of Wands. Okay. Okay, the Seven of Wands talks about losses and surrender. Okay, and it's over the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Cups in reverse. I wonder, did Nancy have, or they thought Nancy had money that Nancy may not have had. Nancy may have spent that money. Justice in reverse. Okay. This talks about justice being in reverse. It's corruption, okay? But it is out of balance, not achieving the balance, okay? Not achieving the balance. Not achieving the balance. Oh, cups is first? Not achieving the balance. Now check this out. It says that on the 8 of cups in reverse, it talks about walking away from pretty much family, friendships, and associations that are not aligned with your personal beliefs or your spiritual path. Okay. Queen of Cups in reverse. Whoa. That's jealousy. 4 of Cups. Not liking what's being offered. And temperance. Temperance in reverse. Temperance in reverse, okay? I'm going to tell you something about temperance. Temperance is something usually dealing with self, okay? It's usually slow, patient, okay? But when it's in reverse, it's impatient. Not having, what do you call it? You know, like alcohol, not being able to control yourself, okay? And so, if you're a gambler, okay, if I get this card, okay, that lets me know that you're addicted. You got some kind of addiction going on, okay? You weren't able to control yourself, okay, with the gambling, so to speak, okay? And we have the 7 of Swords, yeah, trying to hide it. And then we have the Tower in reverse. Okay. So, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Nancy may have been the one. Well, she's not the only one. But I'm taking that she was hiding some stuff too. I'm just going to leave it like that. So what I want to go in is what's the tea? Oh, I be long, okay, but I be having something to say. Well, at least I think. Okay, so we got spill the tea. Not what's the tea, but this one is spill the tea. I have what's tea. This one is what's the tea. This one is spill the tea. I want you to spill the tea. Please spill the tea on the Nancy Guthrie missing persons. Spill the tea. Just tell us what is going on in this missing persons held for ransom. If the ransom is real, ransom wasn't paid, Nancy's nowhere to be found. What can you tell us about this situation going on with the Guthrie family and their missing mom? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. There's been some unspoken tensions in the family, okay? Tensions lurking beneath the surface, okay? Nobody's talking about it. They've been holding back, okay? Not telling how they really feel, okay? Yeah, it's complicated. At least that's how they're looking at it. They're looking at it as a complicated, okay? See what I'm saying? Yeah. Past life echoes. Something in their past, okay? Something in the past is somebody, I don't know I don't think it's all of them, but somebody in that family, because this keeps coming up, the nostalgia card, okay? The nostalgia card. And this right here, okay, past life issues. Not to mention mixed in with the egos, okay? I think everybody in the family has some type of ego going on there, okay? And it's gotten in the way of the family ties, okay? There was a release of expectations, okay? So maybe somebody voiced their opinion, okay, and allowed things to unfold naturally, but they didn't do that, but they voiced, okay, and they're being two-faced, okay? They're being two-faced. See, the thing about it is the mama, if it's her kids, she knows they're being two-faced. The other kid may not know, but mama knows, okay, that they had a hidden agenda. She may not know that, but there's a hidden agenda in all this, okay? Someone has a hidden agenda and motives, right, okay? Partial truths. They're not telling the whole truth. None of them. They're not telling the whole truth. Loyal or not, friendship, okay, they are not telling the whole truth. They're keeping tabs on each other. Playing both sides. Quiet contentment, okay? Quiet contentment, okay, brings peace. Simple companionship, okay, but it's not that simple. It's complicated. Supportive circle. And as you see, there's only one person in that circle. This person has a good support system around them, okay, but there's only one person in that circle. And I think in the course of this, it says you will encounter people who truly care and support you. So in this moment of distress, okay, people are circling around, I would say, Savannah, okay, and even the mom in this moment, okay, spreading positivity. You just got to trust the process, okay? I know it's slow, it's long, okay? So the unmasking the motives, okay? People will show their authentic self. Inner circle. It says the inner circle, you're being excluded from the inner circle, okay? Or a feeling. Ooh, somebody's feeling left out and they're pissed for some reason. Okay, they've all got shared experiences. So this lets me know that this is family and friends. Shared experiences, family and friends, okay? And somebody is going to help look at it from a new perspective. Spreading gossips and rumors. There go Chatty Patty. This right here was the hangman. Okay? And the signals are mixed. That's the problem. Okay? Because there's hidden agendas. Okay? And doubts are going to surface. Is this water or is this gin? Could be Sprite. Or 7-Up. So there needs to be a safe place, somebody where you can truly be yourself and feel at peace. Okay? Yep. Public exposure. Private matters could be exposed. There's inner conflict. There's inner conflict. Okay? and it was making it difficult. It says a silent understanding. I don't know about that. The silent understanding. Okay, but the real story, the true story will come to light. Okay, one more card. Oh, it's going to be the unfiltered truth. Someone will speak their unfiltered truth. Now, they could tell on themselves, but they're going to speak the truth. Okay? And that is what is going on in this whole situation. Okay? I believe there's a conflict, an inner conflict going on in their inner circle. It's a family affair. Like Sly and the Family Song said, it's a family affair. Okay? That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Everything's alleged, my interpretations, okay? Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I appreciate your subscription so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And there'll be more. And I have another true crime coming up, too, as well, that I want to read on. With that said, stay blessed.